Can you believe 2001 is already 20 years ago? Both the iPod and Wikipedia were born in that year, and as far as movies, tons of classics were released.
Some other films where you remember going to the theaters and seeing them, and you honestly say to yourself, like, that was 20 years ago?
Sean O'Connell, managing editor at Cinema Blend, is helping us celebrate 4 movie gems turning 20 this year.
Let's go for a little ride.
Starting with what was the highest grossing flick of 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
There's so many ways that the Harry Potter adaptation could have gone wrong, and the fact that they got it so right speaks a lot to the creative choices that they made at that time.
Petrificus totalis.
Just the casting alone seems to, like, they got the root of the initial characters 100% correct.
Well done! Moving on to another blockbuster, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
The ring must be destroyed.
Lord of the Rings had been a property that was on the shelf gathering dust. There were people who loved those books, of course, but you had to convince the mainstream to come and sit for a very long film. But when you had memorable performances like Viggo Mortensen, Sir Ian McKellen, they convinced people to go along for the ride.
Up next, a mega franchise that kickstarted in 2001 with The Fast and the Furious.
On green, I'm going for it.
Fast and the Furious, if you go back to that first movie and rewatch it, it looks like an indie movie.
Winning's winning.
But in it, you can see the seeds of where this was going to be able to go, so long as everybody wanted to stay on board.
See ya.
Finally, a biographical drama that won 4 Oscars, including Best Picture, A Beautiful Mind.
Glad you could come, Doctor. Hello. Right this way.
But when you go back and revisit Beautiful Mind, it holds up. Russell Crowe really is phenomenal.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Jennifer Connelly is tremendous in the role. It's one of Ron Howard's best films.
You are all my Rachels. Thank you.
A 20th anniversary celebration for some memorable flicks on the hot list.